everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jen. If you're new here, welcome. We are doing some scary things for October, not the normal sexy Sunday stuff. But as a matter of fact, I had so many topics that I decided to just put up some extra videos this month, and it's not Sunday. But anyways, our topic today, I have to give a warning, a trigger warning, that there will be some cannibalism in this. I won't go into any great detail about it or anything like that. Just know that it is mentioned. So, with that said, you better get a drink for this one. Because we are going to talk about the Wendigo. Now, the Wendigo is a mythical creature originating from the folklore of Native American Algonquin. And this folklore comes from the Plains and Great Lake natives. Oh, and some First Nations. Some believe the Wendigo is an evil spirit. And I wanted to look up and see just exactly what is an evil spirit. And an evil spirit is thought to be a malevolent supernatural entity. And now y'all, most believe evil spirits are just demons. Historically, belief in demons has occurred in religion, occultism, literature, fiction, mythology, and the folklore we're talking about. Not to mention comics, video games, movies, and television series. But y'all, we are not specifically talking about demons. But I thought you might would like to know, since I did take the time to look it up. Now, some people consider the Wendigo in this category. This folklore is mostly based in and around the East Coast forests in Canada and the Great Plains, the Great Plains regions of the United States, and also around the Great Lakes region of Canada and the United States. And now, y'all, of course I had to look that up too, because I didn't understand where that was. I mean, I know where Canada is and where Canada meets the United States, but I looked it up. And it's misleading because according to that, the Great Plains, it is all of Kansas, Nebraska, North and South Dakota, and also parts of Colorado, Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, and the southern portions of the Canadian provinces of Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. And it was misleading because in the beginning it said it was on the eastern side, and that's not really east. That's more west. Oh well. The term Great Plains usually refers specifically to the U.S. portion, and the Canadian prairies is the Canadian portion. Now, well, I know that you don't want a geography lesson, but I thought it would be helpful to understand just where this originates. The Wendigo is a malevolent spirit, which we've already established. No, I shouldn't laugh because really and truly you could bring these things to you just talking about them and the shapeshifters I talked about last week. So I really shouldn't laugh because I don't want any of this to come to me. Anyway, this malevolent spirit just means a spirit that means to do you harm in some way. And the creature was first described as a demonic entity in early Native American folklore. And it came to be known as a beast over time, and is depicted as a creature with human-like characteristics. And this spirit supposedly possesses humans. And when a person falls under the influence of a Wendigo, it will invoke feelings of insatiable greed and hunger, along with the desire to commit murder and cannibalize other humans. Which, most people know what cannibalism is. It means to eat people. Its, physical features is described as a gaunt skeleton that just got up out of the grave, with bones pushing out of its like ash gray skin, and the skin is pulled like tight over its bones, and its eyes are pushed back deep into their sockets, and the lips it had were tattered and bloody. It is called unclean, and suffering from a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomposition. The smell of death and corruption. The Wendigo is described as a giant humanoid with a heart of ice and foul stench, and sometimes an unseasonable chill might precede its approach to you. Well, so at least there may come a warning ahead of time that might make you move a little faster. Y'all, this is possibly because of long-time identification by Europeans with their superstitions about werewolves. And now Hollywood films often show these creatures with horns or antlers, but those animal features are not part of the original indigenous stories. In Eastern Cree, Western Swampy Cree, Naskapi, and Innu lore, Wendigos are described as giants, way larger than a human. This characteristic is absent from myths in other Algonquin cultures, and I hope I'm saying that right. Supposedly, when the Wendigo ate another person, it would grow in proportion to the size of the meal. Whatever it just ate, it would grow in size of it if it had just eaten, so it could never get full. So that is why they are portrayed as extremely thin due to starvation. And it seems as the embodiment of gluttony and greed and excess. So that's kind of how it's seen. This thing, it's kind of like the poster person for greed and excess, and is never satisfied with killing and eating just one person. They are constantly searching for new victims, according to the legend. If a Wendigo ate a 150-pound human, then their bodies would grow to match that. And since a Wendigo is created when a human resorts to cannibalism for survival, they don't lose their human power of cognition or speech. And in some depictions, they can communicate with prospective victims, or even threaten or taunt them. It is also thought that humans could turn into a Wendigo just from being in contact with one for way too long. And y'all, the Native Americans believed that eating human flesh, no matter what the reason, even to survive a harsh winter, would turn one into a Wendigo. Just a side note on this, another version of this myth also suggests humans who are extremely greedy can actually turn themselves into a Wendigo. Now, Wendigos have some impressive abilities. They are exceptionally strong and immune to harsh weather. They also have heightened senses, so that makes them excellent hunters. And they are known to mimic a person's voice. And y'all, they can heal their bodies and regenerate when wounded. They can also control other creatures of the forest and make them attack victims. But it is also said that a Wendigo can call upon darkness in the middle of the daytime, and that they can do this as they grow older and stronger. Like a young Wendigo wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't want any creature to be able to do this. And you guessed it, they are believed to get stronger as they get older. There is no way to be saved from this curse, even though it is believed that the human remains inside the Wendigo, wrapped around the heart area of the creature. Death, that's right, death is the only way to save the person's soul from the curse. Now, To kill a Wendigo, you must stab it in the heart with a silver weapon. You must then disintegrate the heart, put it in a silver box, and bury it in a church cemetery. And since this thing can regenerate, the rest of the parts must be disintegrated using a silver knife, then salted and burned, and the ashes need to be scattered far, far apart. They are still sightings of Wendigos, even today, like in Canada and the northern parts of the United States. And these sightings were not just from the American tribes, the native tribes, but others as well. So it's not just the native Americans or the natives of this area that's actually seen them. It's been others, like off of the reservations and out of the tribes, that's seen them as well. I'm telling you, this is just, I don't know whether to believe it or not, but it sounds like it had to come from somewhere though, right? Now, some Native American tribes, they perform a ceremonial dance and featuring Wendigos, and they do this to ward off evil spirits and to underline the importance of solidarity and cooperation between people during harsh winter, to remind them of the threat of becoming a Wendigo. Now, there is such a thing as a psychological disorder called Wendigo psychosis. And if you have this, you may not make it out alive then either, just with a psychosis. And that makes a person think he or she is a Wendigo, causing this person to crave human flesh, even when they have access to normal food. This is a culture-bound disorder, though, and is mostly reported among people from the Algonquin tribes of North America. In the past, a person suffering from this psychosis would be referred to native healers and then killed if the healers could not cure the person. Now, y'all, all these legends, they had to come from somewhere, just like all rumors have a hint of truth. What if there really is such a thing as the Wendigo? Because there are vast expanses of forest in Canada and those northern plains that has not, like people they're not there. They've not been explored. People haven't went there, and there possibly could be anything there. So there may be a Wendigo hiding out there. So be very careful. Now, tell me what y'all think. Do you think the Wendigo is a real thing? Do you think it was made up to try to keep people from being greedy and gluttonous, or what? Tell me what y'all think in the comments down below. And next time we will do something else, but it's going to be along these lines. So with that, and because I am so forgetful, but hey, if you're new and you like this video, hit that subscribe button. Hang out with me. And hit the like. It's a free way to help me out. And I would like to grow a little bit. So, thanks for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.